I'm Ricky Martin, better known in the wild as Arcticus Lockdownicus, and this is Earth Sketchpad, where you and me draw everything in nature together at the same time. Like this! Well, this could be your picture. Let's make some now! No. The way Earth Sketchpad works is I draw some creatures causing some chaos, and you send me the ideas of your creatures and your chaos. They'll land in my tin, hello ideas tin, via the lovely BBC Earth YouTube team. Let's say hi to them. Hi guys. See, the guy in the corner, that's Jeff. He's the OMG, the one-man gallery. He looks like he's been trying his hand at a little bit of DIY haircuts, as has producer Chris down there. Win some, you lose some, guys. Now the kind of ideas we want is like a pigeon pooing on someone's head, maybe a really tough mouse working out, or the one we had last week, a dodo in the amusement arcade. Retro. We want to get you to send your ideas via your adult minion using the hashtag BBC Earth Sketchpad to Twitter or Instagram. There's a cat coming here, so I'm sorry if a cat soon invades my drawing area. But without further ado, it's about time to pick a creature. Mango, we're not picking you as a creature. Let's say hi to Mango. This is Mango, the flat-faced cat. The good thing about having a flat-faced cat is that if you've got a glass of water by your bed at night, they can't put their faces in it and drink it. Practical. Right, we're going to get a creature out here. Okay, you ready? Can you read that? No, she can't read it because she's a cat. And this is from Anna, Mum and Bro Henry, and they would like us to draw a snake, specifically a python. Bye, Mango. Great, lovely suggestion. You might think that a snake's quite easy to draw, but they can be quite tricky, so let's get some music going to get us in the mood. This has been like this for ages. I really should get it sorted out. Better. Sorry, Mango, scared the cat. So let's start with the head. Like this shape. That there's like the edge of the jaw. Now a python doesn't unhinge its jaw, but it has very flexible ligaments. That means it can stretch it open super wide to swallow its food. And the kind of food it eats, well, they can eat a lot of stuff, but they can eat things as big as a cow, because the width of its body is as wide as a football, and they're very stretchy guys. Now you might think that when they try and swallow their food, they'd suffocate, but they have a very special little pipe just underneath their mouth that means they can still breathe while they're swallowing. Now these guys are super long, so I'm drawing it all coiled up. It looks like I'm just drawing some unconnected lines, but going around like that, sort of a wider circle each time at the end of each rotation, makes it like it's cascading down in a pile. Nice big pile of snake. Because these are super long, they can be up to the length of 5 grown-up humans sticky taped together. Round. And I can hide the tail in, sort of popping out somewhere else, because there you go. Look at that, there's a really big pile of snake. I think really big pile of snake is a great name for a band. Now the mouth is like a little bit like that. There you go. The eyes here. And then they've got a tongue that sticks out the front, which they use to taste the air to find their prey. Now, not all pythons are covered in patterns, so I could leave this one as is, but I'm going to add that cool pythony camouflage. Wow, the longest snake is 30 feet long. Just say a reticulated python. Well, I thought you were saying ridiculous python because it's ridiculously long. See, like I'm adding the pattern. They're just under 10 meters in length if you need it to be metric size, which is ginormous. It's just adding these markings here. So they don't move very fast, so they need good camouflage. They move about 1 mile an hour, which isn't very quick. So they must sneak up on their prey, and then they like to squeeze it until it can't breathe. Give it a lovely cuddle, which then ends in them eating them. Not so lovely. And they've got 6 rows of teeth. That's 5 more than I have. And they all move independently. Kind of a bit like I guess it must be like a travelator or something that sort of helps them move their prey down into their bodies. And they're super sharp teeth, and they're all curved backwards. And you might be wondering how a snake does poo-poo. They have a bum hole and they just poo out of it, and it just looks like a normal poo. There's quite a lot of pattern here. You see how I've done the pattern, you almost can't see where the head is now. Which means they're really good at hiding in a pile of other snakes. These guys live down by the equator, and that's because they're cold-blooded, and the lovely warm there means that they can get up in the morning and be pretty active, go hunting, go to snake parties, you know, that kind of thing. Python's a good name as well, isn't it? There you go, that is a big old snaky. And that is a massive python. Some snakes lay babies and some snakes lay eggs. Not like human babies. they lay snake babies. All right, I'm pretty happy with that, but we need some creature chaos. Remember to send your creature chaos ideas via your adult minion using the hashtag BBCSKetchpad on Twitter and Instagram. I've separated my creatures and chaos into green and orange ones. What's this red one doing here? Just popped to the shops. Would you like a cuppa? Love, Ricky. I'm Ricky. Here we go. This is from Oliver in Bristol, and his suggestion is for a different animal, but I'm going to pinch his chaos because it's so good, and that is driving a digger. Right, let's see how this pans out. Mango! Sorry, the cat's climbing on stuff over there. She's over there in the corner, climbing on the other desk. Mango! Who calls a cat Mango? Right, I'm going to have to reposition this snaky to fit it in the digger. Thank you, Oliver. There we go, because we've got to get a digger in it. Diggers are massive. Right, I'm just going to rub out some bits so that I can draw the snake in the correct position inside the digger. Leave his tongue there. Oh look, it's starting to reappear now that all the camouflage has been stripped back. Right. Good stuff there, its head. I'm just going to get rid of those bits too. Down the back of its neck like that. So it's kind of like this. Which they might do. They don't stand up as much as another kind of snake like a cobra, but they sort of can stand up entirely in like bits. They don't need to do that. It's called striking when they do that. So I've put its tail just over the steering wheel there, so it controls said digger. Snakes always drive using their tails, but rather than doing 10 and 2, they just go 12. Really quite relaxed drivers. Look at that weird bent neck I've done it with. That's pretty funny. There we go. markings on it. Steering wheel there. Oh, I got my tongue out, my drawing tongue. And they've got an open door here. And because the snake is so big, bit of a snake, its body's hanging out of the door. That looks like a tongue, so I'm going to add the snake's patterns on it. Oh, we have to do another reposition, I reckon. Where's the chair? The chair will be here. Really good lumbar support because they've got very long spines. Just imagine that he's using a couple of his coils to operate the foot pedals. It's quite fun to put a snake into a strange situation because you can just have little loops of snake body going everywhere. So pythons have a prehensile tail, which means they can cling onto things like branches, but in this case, steering wheel, gear stick, maybe electric windows. Let's get the digger in there. Bit more detail on the digger. And those tracks, get the tracks in there. Now you might be wondering why a python is driving a digger. Oliver didn't care to explain, but luckily I've taken liberties with this guy. So the largest thing that a snake likes to eat is cows. It can eat things as big as a cow. So this one's decided to go large. It's popped down to a local drive-through to order all the burgers that are on sale. Which may be a little bit easier to digest and probably a lot more easy on the jaw. Right, let's draw a guy in here, looking confused with the old one eyebrow up, one eyebrow down one, flat one, up one. And he's got himself a little Britney mic on. You know how they do. You know how they do in takeaway places. It's taken the order, maybe asking, could you sliver through to the next window, please? Menu, mostly burgers. There you go, the menu. The bricks on the wall. So there's a little trick here. Rather than having to draw every single brick on a wall, if you just draw a little collection of bricks in places, your mind goes, okay, it's a brick wall. It's like a comic strip, little trick. And behind them, waiting in line, trying to get to the takeaway, let's see who that could be. Oh, seems to be a slightly damaged golf cart. That's showing. Shouldn't really take golf carts through drive-thrus. It is, of course, our friend, the dodo. From last week's episode. He's in his golf cart again. Gone to play a couple of rounds. Looks super annoyed though, because he doesn't feel like he's going to get his meal because that snake's going to fill up the digger. He needs to eat something soon, otherwise he's going to go extinct. Now pythons only eat about 5 or 6 times a year, but when they do, they really eat. So this guy is stocking up on everything he can. That's why he needs the digger. The dodo's looking at. He only wants a bag of gravel. And I am impressed that he got that golf buggy working after he crashed it last week. Do you ever look at something you've done and just think, what has happened there? I'm pretty happy with this. There's a python driving a digger. through a takeaway. Followed by the dodo from last week's episode. Hey Dodo. Forever living in my art. Thanks for that suggestion, Oliver. It was rad. Now we really want to see how your art came out, so do share it with us using your adult chauffeur with the hashtag BBCF Sketchpad on Instagram or Twitter. Right, you've seen enough of my art for now. Let's see some amazing stuff that you guys have sent in. Ooh, someone's been watching their Sketchpad. This is from Maya, and it's Fifi the raccoon. It's called Fifi because it's a little thief. Good work with a little, what's it called? A little mask that the raccoons wear. Good work on the hands, by the way. Cheeky, like it. We also have, one of my favourites, the Komodo dragon, and this was drawn by Dylan. This Komodo dragon is called Rusty. Doesn't say why, it just is. Loving the wide gait on the legs. And I will always remember to get in that flat head, like that. We also have something else from Dylan here. That is an iguana. It's copied from Moose's drawing, which is sick. And this guy is called Spike. Nice spikes. Spiky. Looks a little bit annoyed. Thanks for watching Sketchpad, Dylan. Apparently he's also drawn the tough mouse and he wants to draw the crab next. Do send them in when you do, we'd love to see them. Because remember, we could have your art here, hello, if you get the person that does your laundry to send your art via the hashtag BBCL Sketchpad on Twitter or Instagram. We'd love to see them. On to the secret sketch. Now this is dead simple. All you got to do is follow along with me and draw exactly what I draw. But remember, the secret sketch is a secret and no one knows what it's going to be except for me. But by the end of it, you're going to have a piece of art that you didn't know you could ever draw. So, BBCR Sketchpad team, do you have your pens and papers ready? Yeah, they do. They are ready to make some fantastic art, and I hope you're ready to do it too. Right, so here we go. Have I started the music? I can't hear it. There it is. Right, so remember, just draw along. So I'm going to start with a kind of boxy circle like this, but not all the way around. Think of it like a loaf of bread but with a hole at the bottom, like that. And I'm going to move up into this top corner here and do like a flowing line down like that, up over a hump at the back, and another flowing line up to the top of the peak. In this middle little hill here, I'm going to add a little spike. I'm going to add a line as well. There we go. You think it's a bull? A camel? It's not either of those things.
A big moustache.
It could be a big moustache. Thanks, Chris. Right, let's bring this bit down here. Flowing line. Straight. Like that. Any more guesses yet? Do the same thing the other side. There we go. Surely you're going to get it now. This is going to give it away. I'm going to fill this a little bit under here. A bit of shape like that. A couple of lines here. Going to add another bit of definition there. So I'm trying to thicken that bit up. I'm going to add a parallel line to these flappy bits up here. They're kind of like wings. It can be up to 8 meters, this wingspan. And they're very graceful flyers. Yeah, it sounds like the it sounds like our zoologist might guess what it is. Well done, Sophie. And I'm going to add a bit of cross hatching underneath here, a little technique that makes it look like a shadow. And then a tighter one just underneath this line. even though these things are massive, they actually eat teeny tiny food. There. A couple more little bits of detail. They're also called the devils of the sea, I think, which is not a very apt name because they're so friendly. No, they're just very gentle. They live in the sea. I'm going to add a couple of little current lines around it. Maybe a couple of little fishes here, just for scale, because these guys are underwater, and it is, of course, a giant manta ray. Pretty stoked with that. Quite tricky to draw manta rays because there's not a lot going on in them, but you need to get their scale and shape conveyed well. Okay, BBC Earth YouTube team, let's have a look how you did. Oh, they are fantastic. Good work. I'd love to see how that went for you. So get your nearest adult, the loud one that gives you food, attention and love, to take a picture of your artwork and share it with us using the hashtag BBC Earth Sketchpad on Twitter or Instagram. We are here every week. We are not going anywhere at all, so please keep them coming in. And check out all the other awesome content on the BBC Earth Kids YouTube channel. Yeah, just a minute, nearly done. Thanks. Thank you. So I'm Ricky Martin, he's Ricky Martin, and that was Earth Sketchpad. Thanks guys, bye-bye. Oh, it's too sweet.